Hey everybody, meteorologist Brian Good here on this Wednesday. It's closing on the 1 o'clock hour. Wanted to update you on what's going to happen in the short term with the cold weather and talk also a little bit about the upcoming system for the weekend. There's been a lot of buzz about that one, so let's get straight to it. First off, outside, it's not bad. Sunshine out there. Temperatures the warmest they've been in a few days, in the mid-30s around the area. I do want to draw your attention, though, to the north. You see this cloud cover and even some snow breaking out across areas of Illinois and Indiana. This is an Arctic front that is now moving through Illinois and Indiana, and it may squeeze out. You see how the flurries try to react not far from Peoria. We may see a few flurries kind of skim on by here as the front passes. That'll be closer to rush hour the way it's looking now. Again, nothing that will accumulate. Anything accumulating-wise should stay up here closer to areas of the Great Lakes. Here's the front, though, moving through. In fact, the front now looks like it's moving into Indianapolis and Paducah. They're getting more of a westerly wind kicking in. That's moving pretty fast. All northwest winds, though, certainly have been found here behind the front as it blasts its way in from the areas of the north and northwest. Here are the temperatures outside. We're 34 in Louisville right now, but you see the drop. Look at that. 7 below zero, 2 below zero. It's not going to get that cold here, but this is the air mass we're going to be working with as we head into this afternoon, and we'll see temperatures drop pretty fast once that front moves to the area. We'll drop probably 10 degrees in some cases in about an hour to 90 minutes time. So very cold, certainly for this evening, and it will be windy too, so wind chills will be a factor. So let's get into the weekend here, and I'm going to focus more on the Canadian model or the GEM model because I do think it did really well, the last system we had over last weekend, and I think this one has probably got a better idea. It's becoming more obvious that we're going to have more of a low pressure here developing across the southern part of the United States. It's going to be more of the dominant low than we will have across the northern branch features. You know, for a while we were thinking we would have a low up in the Great Lakes that may try to pull in and develop what we call a double area of low pressure across areas of the Great Lakes in the Northeast. That would have made the complicated very, difficult, the forecast very complicated and pinning out snow amounts. But this looks to be the main low as it moves on through. So, a couple things here. First off, we've got the Arctic area that's moving in tonight. It will still be here as we head into the weekend. All areas north and east of that low still very cold. So that's going to be factored in. The second thing is the snowpack is still there, mainly across northern Kentucky and a good chunk of Indiana and points northward. So that will also lower temperatures down in this zone more than what maybe the model is showing. Nevertheless, as we into Friday night late, it is showing snow breaking out across Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana. You got more of a freeze and rain issue here across areas of southeast Missouri and perhaps southwest Indiana, and then pure rain to the south. As we go further into the nighttime hours, it looks like, now the model is saying here freeze and rain potentially for the area. I'm going to look at the soundings on this coming up in just a few moments, and I'll put that in the written blog more than anywhere. But, well, that's possible to have freeze and rain here. I think it may be more snow than freeze and rain across central Kentucky especially, and then moderate to heavy snow breaking out in what we call the deformation zone located to the north side of the low. That, I think, is likely, and rain there off to the south. Nevertheless, as we head into the day on Saturday, I do think it's going to go to all rain. The system now looks like it's going to have enough of a southerly flow pumped into the area that I think we're going to talk about an all-rain event along I-64 and southward. I think it's going to be the main area. If you're north of 64, you may still see a mix of sleet and snow, and some rain at times mixed in, and then further north of that, as you head toward Bedford through Seymour, all the way into Ohio, it should stay all snow. Once again, it's going to be a situation where the precip type is going to change dramatically north to south from all of our 29 counties. So stay tuned. We'll fine-tune this part of the forecast for Friday night into Saturday, but I do think here in Louisville and southward, our chances to go all rain are pretty good. But north of town, Indiana especially, may be a different story. Heads up there. Now, as far as snow amounts, the NAM model can't see at least in two parts of Sunday, so at least gives us an idea. And you can see it's really indicating more of an issue for the heavier bands of snow across Indiana and Ohio. Lighter amounts here locally with initial wave. I think that looks feasible to me. GFS model, not too far off of that idea. Again, it's important to pay attention to the pattern of the amounts, not the actual number here. And notice the pattern is for everything to be mainly north of town there as you head into Saturday and it's Sunday as well. European model, it's actually coming in right now, the afternoon one. This is the overnight one that you're looking at now. The afternoon one just now started running. I'll have details on that when it's finished. It'll take until about 1:30 to 1:45 to finish that model run. But it was aiming for heavier snow off to the north and then a burst of snow to the south in the area. Keep in mind, it's going to be a situation we're going to have freezing rain, sleet, and snow to start with across Kentucky. And then by Saturday morning, mid-morning into the midday hour, mostly all rain in this area. And then by Saturday night into Sunday, we'll get the backlash snow showers into here that could give us accumulations. I think we could see light accumulations on the front and on the back side of the system. But at this point, this does not look to be a major event for the area the way things are looking. Now, going down the road, I do think we're going to warm things up as we head into the early portions of the following week. In fact, we could even see 40s climb their way well into the Ohio Valley, something that will feel great after such cold weather. But look at this Arctic high building in. This is tremendous amount of cold air that is coming down around the 20th and 21st of December, right at near the first day of winter. And this is interesting because the way things are looking as we head into the first couple of days there, the 21st, 22nd, somewhere on that range, we're going to have a 1033 high that is going to build into the areas of the central part of the country. That is a very strong Arctic high that's going to build all the way down to the Gulf Coast states. So any precip in the area at that point is going to go over to snow pretty fast. Now, I do think we'll see what we call a thumping of snow as we head into time. So the models are very strong agreement on this Arctic blast coming down between the 20th and 22nd. What is important about that is this guy right here. Another low is going to move out just in time for Christmas. And the big question is that going to be the one that's going to give us a white Christmas this year? And that chance is on the table. That Arctic high in play, things going to get very interesting just in time for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Could be a messy forecast during that time period, but we'll keep an eye on that. So to sum it all up, cold weather for tonight, cold weather for tomorrow, certainly. Wind chills, by the way, below zero in many spots tomorrow morning. For the weekend, Friday night, a little bit of snow, a little bit of sleet. Should go to all rain, especially here in Louisville and southward. Then goes back to light snow as we into Saturday night and Sunday. Could see accumulations of snow on either end of that deal, Friday night and late Saturday night. But either amount doesn't look like a big deal. Maybe advisory level type snow, but that may be a struggle even. So not too concerned right now about the weekend system. So far, everything's playing out to where we got really good confidence. This is the way it's going to happen. The weather balloons are sampling the system today. So the model runs for tonight should really come in really good agreement. And I'll be make sure I post more about that on Facebook and Twitter about those model runs tonight. And that should really give us a clear indication. So we'll let you know if there's any changes in this, especially the temperature profile loft, because that will be key. But at this point, I do not see any cause for concern. Now, again, we got to warm things up the following week, and then we get ready for the Arctic plunge near the first day of winter, which will set the stage for a potential snow event as we head toward Christmas Eve. Timing on that could be perfect for snow lovers anyway. Okay, that's the latest how things are looking right now. I'm going to type this all out and put some more information, and I'll include the new European model, by the way, which is coming in right now. Have a good afternoon. Stay warm outside, and don't forget about your neighbors, the elderly, and your friends out there that may have low heat. And, of course, don't forget about the pets. This is dangerous cold weather moving in later tonight. Have a good day.